Hey everyone, I'm Kelsey from Wearable Whisperer, and today I've got the brand new Apple Watch Ultra. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing it, setting it up with my iPhone, and showing you some size comparisons with the other new Apple Watches and my Garmin Fenix. So here's the box itself. It's kind of a cardboard papery feel. We do have the Apple Watch logo in all white. There is nothing on the sides of the box. And on the back of the box, we have some information at the top. Do note that this does require an iPhone 8 or later with iOS 16 or later. And this does show that this is the Apple Watch Ultra. And one thing that's different is for the first time, you don't have any choice between a case size and material. It only comes in a 49mm version and a titanium version. It also comes with cellular, whether you want to use that or not. You do have a band choice, although at the time of pre-order, you couldn't order the trail loop, which is probably what I would prefer, but I went ahead and went for the Starlight Alpine loop in the medium size. So it looks like we have these little pull tabs, so I will open these up. And those are even nicer than the ones on the Apple Watch Series 8 and SE, actually. And we have this reveal. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. This little pamphlet here actually matches the background. So I'll take that to the side. We have the Apple Watch Ultra case here, and this is the band. So very nice. Put all that to the side, and for the moment I'll take a look at this paperwork. So we have the Apple Watch logo and that mountain scenery. This is, I guess, showing off the 3 different band types. We have the Alpine band, the Ocean band, and the Trail Loop band. Over here it's just showing to insert the band and attach it to your watch, how to turn on the watch. We also have a basic setup guide and how to charge. This is real nice. We have a description of what all of the things on the sides of the watch are. I'll go over those when I actually show you the watch itself. But here you can see for yourself. And it looks like it's even talking about the new watch face here. And some other options like the waypoints and backtrack features. So that looks like the end of that. And then we just have some, looks like safety and regulatory information there. So very nice little informational booklet there and nothing on the back. So I'll go ahead and look at this band first real quick. So this is the Starlight Alpine loop. It does come in one size only, the 49mm, or I should say one case compatible case size. And then I got the medium version. There is a small, medium, and large version. And it does say Starlight Alpine loop here on the side. And then here we have the back. So as you can see, it has a titanium G-hook closure. And it is designed for Apple Watch Ultra, but it is compatible with 44 and 45mm Apple Watch cases, in addition to the 49mm Apple Watch Ultra case. So here we have a little pull tab. I'll go ahead and pull up on that. And I guess that is how you open it. So here on the inside we have some further instruction about how to attach the band and also how to adjust that G-hook. And it looks like we kind of just pull this out. Some paper on the back. All right, and here is the first look at the Starlight Alpine loop band. So first impressions are, I do like the color. It has the usual attachment mechanism here. This is that G loop, G hook I should say rather. And then as you can see there are these kind of webbed, I don't know if this is nylon, I'm assuming some sort of nylon. So we have that webbing there. And then on the back you can see this 49mm designation. Alright, so I'll put that to the side for the moment. And here is the Apple Watch Ultra. It feels pretty hefty compared to the other Apple Watches. We do on the side have this little Ultra titanium case, 49mm. And here on the back we just have the usual two pull tabs here. So I will go ahead and remove those. And I'll see if this slides off easily. There we go. This is very thick cardboard. So here we say designed by Apple in California, and we have some latitude and longitude coordinates, presumably for Apple Park. So I'll go ahead and take this out. There's a close-up of that there. And then it looks like we just do this, and this would be the charging cable. So for the first time ever that I'm aware of, this looks to be a nice braided charging cable, so that's really great. We have a USB-C here and the regular charging puck, which I'll see if I can slide out. There we go. And as far as the length of this, it also seems longer than other charging cables. Maybe 2 feet or more. So yeah, just close up here, we got the USB Type-C. And then we have the charging puck here with a nice silver color on the back. And again, here's a close-up of that braiding. So it's definitely a high quality charger. This should have fast charging, just like the Series 7 and 8. And now we have the Apple Watch Ultra itself. So surprisingly, it comes in this little paper protective thing, not like a little cute case like some of the other Apple Watches, but we'll go ahead and remove that. And there we go. So there is the first look at the new Apple Watch Ultra's display. So it is a flat display here. Does not bump out from the edges. And it is quite hefty compared to the other Apple Watches. We have the same band attachment mechanism. This is the back. So we have that designation of the sapphire crystal display. It does have dual band GPS, LTE in all versions. It is water resistant to 100 meters, which is twice as much depth as the other Apple Watches. And it looks like here you can dive up to 40 meters. We have the Apple Watch Ultra designation there. And it shows 49mm titanium and ceramic case. And then these are the usual sensors. There is a new onboard temperature sensor as well. And on the side here, we have the titanium case. We have the side button and the digital crown. That does feel nice. All right, so this is a 3 microphone array. We have the side button. Not sure if that's the speaker, the digital crown, and this is actually the altimeter and depth gauge for if you do any diving. And then on the other side here, we have the dual band GPS sensors, probably another microphone array. This is the new action button in international orange. And this is the siren. So that's really nice first impression here. I'll clean up the display there. Now if you want to turn it on, you can just press and hold the side button. So I'll press and hold. And there we go. We have the Apple logo, and momentarily we should see some instructions on the screen for pairing it with our phone. All right, and there's the setup instructions about bringing your phone near your Apple Watch. So we'll set this up in a moment, but first I want to actually see what the new watch looks like. So I'm assuming this goes on the inside. So I will attach it like so. All right. And then the other side, same thing. So that's kind of what it looks like with the Alpine loop on. So I'm assuming I need to unhook this first. And then it looks like that hook also serves as a guard of sorts if you've ever had the sport band, so it can't fall off. So I'll go ahead and put this on my wrist. Let's see if I can adjust this. That feels pretty good. It's definitely not the easiest band to put on. It'll take some getting used to it to know which size I need, but here's how you can insert that G hook then. And there you go. So this is what the Starlight Alpine looks like on my wrist. I do have a approximately 7-inch or 178 millimeter wrist size. So this is what the 49 millimeter Apple Watch Ultra case looks on my wrist. Not too overbearing. It feels relatively comfortable. It will definitely take some getting used to compared to the other Apple Watches. But it will be nice to have this brighter screen. It goes up to 2000 nits, so it should be great for seeing things on the screen outside during bright, sunny hikes, for example. So let's go ahead and see if I can set this up with my phone. So as you can see, taking it off is a little bit cumbersome. I think I probably will be getting the trail loop as soon as that is available. So let's set this up for our setup. All right, so I'm going to wake up my phone here. And here we actually do see popping up on the screen, we have the Apple Watch prompt, use your iPhone to set up this Apple Watch. I'll go ahead and tap continue on my phone. And here it brings up the setup Apple Watch screen. If you have an Apple Watch, you can set it up here. So I'll go ahead and tap to set up for myself. Now it's asking to hold the Apple Watch up to the camera, and as you can see, we have a little graphic that shows up on the Apple Watch's display. So we need to pick up our iPhone, point the camera at the Apple Watch, center it in the camera viewfinder. So let's see if I can do this. I'll need to swipe this down, and then doesn't seem to be, oh, okay. So now it says your Apple Watch is paired. That took a little longer than usual. And we get this nice little graphic here on the Ultra's display saying it's 49 millimeter titanium and ceramic case designed by Apple in California. So it says make this your new Apple Watch. You can set everything up as you had it on your other Apple Watch. Or if you want to set this up as new, you can actually go to customize settings and set up as new Apple Watch. So I think I actually will do that. So I'll go ahead and tap there. Asking me for wrist preference. I'm fine with left. And there are little progress bars here in the upper right-hand corner. All right, so it's connecting Apple Watch, asking me to agree to terms and conditions. You can tap here if you want to read more. I'll just tap agree there. And so it's signing me into my account. This may take a few minutes. And it's asking me if I want to share my data with Apple Analytics. So for now, I'm going to just say don't share. You can set up a passcode. This is required if you're going to have Apple Pay on your watch. For now, I'm just going to say don't add a passcode. It says using a passcode is highly recommended. It secures your Apple Watch and protects your data. Some features of watchOS and Apple ID cannot be used without a passcode. Just for now, for simple use, I am going to say don't use a passcode. You can create it up. You can create a passcode later. So I'll tap don't add again. Here's going through some customization options. You can bold the text and size. If you have a smaller phone like me, you might have to scroll down here. You can actually tap these and see them shown on the screen. So that's the bold text, or you can have non-bold. You can also change the size. So you can make it way small, or you can make it much bigger. The nice thing about the bigger screen is the text is probably even bigger then. But for now, I'll just keep it on the default, and you can also change these settings later in the Apple Watch app. So I'll tap continue. So here it says optimized charge limit. If you see an open charge ring, Apple Watch will charge to an optimized limit. This limit adapts your daily usage and preserves your battery lifespan over time. You can manage this in the battery settings on your Apple Watch. So it seems like this is brand new and it's set up by default, so that's great. I'll tap continue. And it's just saying that you are sharing some settings with iPhone for location services, Find My iPhone, Siri, and Analytics and Improvement. We'll go ahead and say OK. Here we can personalize the fitness and health information. This is just information that Apple already has. If you need to change anything, you can tap to change. If everything looks good, you can tap continue. You can also get notifications about your health, so you can toggle on and off this noise alert if you have high noise levels. So I'll keep that on. You can tap continue. And here's telling me about some new safety features. We have the same emergency SOS and fall detection during workouts, but we do have the new crash detection. If Apple Watch detects a car crash, it can call emergency services for you. And there is backtrack if you're going hiking in the woods or things like that. You can have the Apple Watch record your route and find your way back in case you get lost. And something I'm actually kind of interested in because I am a hiker, and this is unique to the Apple Watch Ultra only, there is an onboard siren. So if you need to attract help in an emergency, your watch can play a very loud sound that can be heard, I think, around 600 feet from where you are up to. So I'm going to go ahead and tap continue. Okay, here we go. So now it says cellular setup. When your Apple Watch is not connected to your iPhone, you can continue to make and receive calls and access apps using cellular data. To enable cellular, add your Apple Watch to your existing iPhone cellular plan. So I've never actually had a cellular plan with any of my Apple Watches. I'm not going to set this up now because I don't know that I'm going to use it. So I'm going to tap not now. And here we go. It says action button. Choose what you'd like the action button to do. So it can start a workout and mark a segment. It can start a stopwatch and mark a lap. You can create waypoints. You can backtrack to the start of your route. If you dive a lot, that can be your dive start. And you can have flashlight on and off. You can also set this up or change this later in the settings. So I guess for right now, I'll keep it on workout. And it says depth. The depth app can automatically open underwater and measure temperature, time, and depth. So it says you can open depth when submerged or don't open automatically. I'm not sure if this uses any kind of extra battery or sensing, but since I'm probably not going to be using this very often or anytime soon, I'm going to go ahead and say don't open automatically. So diving safety looks like they just have a little thing here saying underwater activities are risky. I'll go ahead and continue. There is always on display. Continue. And it says my Apple Watch is syncing and it's almost ready. You'll get an alert when it's done, so you can use your iPhone as you normally would. While you're waiting, learn more about your Apple Watch. So I guess I can tap Get to Know Your Apple Watch. And it looks like we have some What's New in WatchOS. Welcome to Apple Watch Tips, Apple Watch User Guide, Customizing Your Watch, Health and Fitness, and Explore Apple Watch Apps. So you can tap on any of these, for example, Health and Fitness. I'll be going in depth on the Apple Watches here, showing you how to use them, all the features, things like that. So do watch for that video. I'll link it in the description below or at the end of this video once it's ready to go. So you can just scroll through all of these things here. And when you're done, you can go back. Looks like there's another way to look at it here. I don't know, I think I'll tap to go back to the watch. I'm going to see if anything's going on here. Okay, so the progress circle is still going. So I guess we could look at what's new in WatchOS. So this is the new workout watch face, or whatever you want to call it. And you can see which heart rate zones you are in. All right, so we had a pop-up here. It says devices added to your account. So I'll go ahead and say OK. We do have the action button here on the Apple Watch Ultra. You can take it diving. I did hear a little chime here, so it should be ready to go. So I'm going to go back to watch, and I'm going to say done. And it says welcome to Apple Watch. I'll say OK. And there we go. So now it says my 49mm Apple Watch is ready to go. Now, one quick thing, if you do want to change the name of this Apple Watch, if you have multiple like I do, you can tap done and general, about, and then here under name you can edit this to Kelsey's Apple Watch Ultra, for example. And now it should be a little easier to see in your list of devices. So that's one quick tip right there. All right, so here's the first look at the new Apple Watch face for the Apple Watch Ultra. If you want to change your faces, you can press and hold the display. So as you can see, this is called the new Wayfinder clock face. If you want to add a clock face, you can swipe to the left and press this plus button. And you can see all the new watch faces here and scroll through. For example, there's the new modular watch face and so forth and so on. So I'll go ahead and I'm actually going to add the Memoji face because I want to show off how this looks compared to my other Apple Watches. So here's the Apple Watch Ultra's display. This is the Apple Watch Series 8. So I have the Series 8 connected to my Apple Watch Nike Sport Band. This is the new Apple Watch SE 2. You can tell because the back color matches the case color here. So this is the 49mm Apple Watch Series 8 45mm and the Apple Watch SE 2 44mm. And let's wake up all the screens here. So there's kind of your example. This one might not be on the brightest settings, so let me go ahead and change that for ultimate comparisons. So you can kind of see the difference here in sizing and brightness. I'll go ahead and put the Apple Watch Ultra here on this side so you can see it is the biggest and it should be the brightest. So that's the same exact watch faces there. And then here's just a comparison. This is my Garmin Fenix 5. I'm not exactly recalling what size the watch face is supposed to be here. I thought I had always on display on there, but whatever. So there's kind of your comparison there. So just to go a little closer, this is the Apple Watch Ultra on the right versus the Series 8 45mm on the left here. And I did have a subscriber asking me to compare the Starlight aluminum with the titanium of the Apple Watch Ultra. So hopefully this helps you see the comparison here. They're fairly similar, but obviously this is a darker color. It is titanium versus aluminum. And then I'll just, for full comparison, show the back here as well. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing if you want to see more Apple Watch videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.